Here we go into the last round of our round-robin phase of today's tournament. First off for Red Team, the Glowwater Thralls, we have the Sturdy's Crackers, the Classic Spire. Nemesis Center with triple Banshee, the Red Team. And their ally is the Space Patrol, Hwachi Goldfish, left side Light Carronade, right side Gatling Gun. For their opponents, the Zealous Armada of Rhinos, we have the Usul's Big One. It's like this is dual Nemesis, Hades Artemis, paired with another Hwacha fish, the Queen Anne's Zeal, with Hwacha and dual Light Carronades. And spot's already going down very quickly, I think, from the Sturdy's Crackers. A very aggressive push by the Glowwater Thralls, but the Zealous Armada already on the way out, so this is interesting. This is something you don't actually see a lot. Glowwater Thralls, because they saw Zealous Armada, the direction they were moving in, they're actually going to cut through the cave, which is something barely anyone actually does in competitive matches. So if the Zealous Armada are not expecting this, this could definitely catch them off guard. And here they come. Trying to very quickly boom. I don't think they were expecting to see the Spire there popping out of the cave entrance, because Usul's Big One is not even remotely in position to help them out. So now dual focus for the blue goldfish. They're getting busted by this Nemesis Banshee. Oh boy, 80% health already gone. But at least they are able to survive the first volley. It could have gone worse. Here's Usul's Big One. Hey, I'm here to help. Targeting the Sturdy's Crackers. Space Control moving in. Hwacha ready to hit the Big One, but they're bouncing down. Hwacha from Usul's Big One also taking down the arm of the Sturdy's Crackers. Spire will die pretty quickly here if they get dual focused by the Judgment. This is, I don't think, a fight that the Spire wants to take. That was a big connection of whatever gun that was. Spire already almost dead, but the Space Patrol goes down to the Queen Anne's Zeal. And I think this might be 2 points for the, Zealous Armada. Very strong first encounter. This, despite the fact that they had, the Glowwater Thralls did have the element of surprise by cutting through the cave. They just, I feel like the Spire, the only way they win that fight is if they get that surprise kill on the goldfish, and because the Thralls did not get the kill, despite the fact that they did do quite a bit of damage, they suddenly fall into the Spire's weakness as the length of the engagement continues. The Spire is one of the most fragile ships in the game, one of the easiest to kill. It just has very low armor. It has a tall hitbox. It's very easy to hit. So any strategy utilizing a Spire, which I'm sure most of you know this, but Spire not considered a very good ship. But the one tactic that can sometimes work is a surprise ambush, because that lets you utilize all the guns of the main advantage of the Spire, which is that it has 4 guns that effectively face forward, and it also has a slim profile, so it's very good at hiding in places that other ships cannot. However, once that element of surprise is gone, it's just a big squishy target that's easy to kill. And especially considering the guns that the Spire decided to bring, the single Nemesis, triple Banshee, they're just, the firepower, they're not going to be able to compete with a Judgment bringing any combination of guns. They're going to get bowled over, so that's what we saw happen. Red chips, I think, if you didn't see from the chat, we are currently 1 minute into a pause. It looks like Kira and I did disconnect, and I'm not sure at what point during that fight the Space Patrol's pilot left. That I'm sure if that happened during the actual engagement, that would have contributed significantly to why the Glowwater Thralls did lose the fight. But it appears they are back now, so probably gonna get this pause ended pretty shortly. We now unpause Sturdy's Crackers. We have flank spawns from Red Team, but the Crackers is pretty far away, and blue team pushing away from their position. Spire is also not a very fast forward charging ship. So Space Patrol reversing here. This is actually pulling the blue ships away from their ally. However, it seems like maybe the Zealous Armada are going to be switching focus to the Spire, which I'm honestly not sure if it is necessary. Did you see Spire? They have the rear of the Judgment. They have full, there's nobody harassing them, but they couldn't even take down the big one's armor. Like, this loadout that the Spire is bringing just does not do enough damage. And now Queen Anne's Zeal moving in for the ram, taking down the balloon almost. Balloon, okay, then nudge it again. Balloon and Spire does go down. And here we go. Let's add to the long list of Spire weaknesses. Once that balloon goes down, it's a tall ship that will come into contact with the ground very quickly. The Queen Anne's Zeal is just going to bully their way in here. Down goes the Spire. Watch is not going to be able to take down the armor in this first volley. Just barely stays up. The Queen Anne's Zeal does lose the balloon. Armor of the Space Patrol is down. And now Usul's big one is back to help out. We are fighting on red side of the map, so presuming the big one is unable to get the kill, Nemesis comes out. Space Patrol very low. Sturdy's Crackers has spawned in behind the Usul's big one. So it seems like Space Patrol gonna barely be able to stay alive. And here comes the Spire. Hey guys. Ooh, look at that. The Nemesis disable. Nemesis hit the Huacha. And they are able to get the kill. Goldfish was damaged enough that Sturdy's Crackers was able to pick up the kill with the Banshees. I'm going to talk about the Nemesis a little bit after this fight. But Sturdy's Crackers is still taking a lot of damage. What happened to Space Patrol? How did... Space Patrol just died. Now this is suddenly really bad. Now we have a 1v1 between the Crackers and the big one. I guess maybe Space Patrol was resetting their ship, which in an active engagement is very risky. I mean, we see teams do that, but usually it's whoa, not well. The fight is still going on. They have a lot of faith in their ally Spire to be able to win this 1v1, and it seems like they might be able to do so. Is the Spire, this circle strafing, which is again something you don't see a lot from Spires, given they're not a broadside ship. They have all forward-facing guns. A lot of interesting things happening here. And now Queen Anne's Zeal is back, but Judgment is dead. Space Patrol is... Space Patrol's... Oh, Kirwanai disconnected again. So that's probably why the Goldfish just died unexpectedly. But I don't think Spire's going to be pushing forward here, and I think... You know, I'm not 100% familiar with the SCS rules, but I'm surprised that we haven't seen another pause. This seems like Kirwanai is back. And we have Thralls Captain in the chat that is saying that they are good to go. And the one thing I was going to mention about the Nemesis, we take a look here at the Spire. A charged Nemesis shot will take out a heavy weapon in one shot. So that's really the two main advantages of the Nemesis. One, it's good against balloon, not as good as the Lumberjack, but it's still okay. And then it can one shot those heavy weapons. With Lumberjack has no shatter capability, so it can't damage, it can't disable components. So it's sort of like a split between a Lumberjack and an Artemis. And charged ammo letting you get those one-shot disables is really the main utility that makes, theoretically, the Nemesis okay to use. And you saw that there. I gave out a little yelp when we did see Frostbound get a disable on the Queen Anne's Zeal Huacha with that Nemesis, which is, you know, pretty cool to see. You don't see it every day. Not a lot of Nemesis. As we do see teams have switched spawns, Space Patrol and Sturdy's Crackers cutting through the eastern wall. Space Patrol moving in, target the big one, instead flying underneath. Switching focus to the Queen Anne's Zeal. Queen Anne Zeal is going to be trying to use that light carronade. Surly's Crackers ducking down. Glowwater Thralls juking the Usel's big one. Just unable to keep up in piloting mobility here. And the big one loses one of their nemesis to the Hwacha. Surly's Crackers rising up. Surly's Crackers is pretty heavily damaged, and Zealous Armada are on match point. So if the Spire dies, it's game over. And that's a scary place to be, even if you're the Glowwater Thralls. This big one, once again, being juked down to the bottom of the map. Thralls trying to execute dual focus on the Queen Anne Zeal. Hwacha comes out. Surly's Crackers, Nemesis. Hwacha once again going down to the Nemesis. As big one switching focuses, Crackers very heavily damaged. And I think they are able to finish it off. I believe that was the Nemesis able to get the kill there at the end. And that means the Zealous Armada of Rhinos able to take out the Glowwater Thralls. Spire build that the Thralls brought just not quite working out. Also a little connection difficulties from the Space Patrol's pilot. And that means the Zealous Armada will be moving on? I don't know. Actually, I'll have to double check the round robin rules.